What a wonderful.
Hey guys, it's Catherine, and this week's video is gonna be about the Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. As I said in my last video, I really want to do a video going into more depth about the book, and obviously, spoiler warning, there are gonna be spoilers. This is a video to basically talk about my opinions of what happened in the book and just talk about it with other people and kind of just get some feedback of what everyone else thinks, because yeah, I have some opinions, and yeah, so let's get into the video. So first I want to talk about the first book. So the first book, bro, it's so good. Like, I have no other words to say it. Obviously I already talked about this in the last video. It's so good. I had so many suspects. Like, when I tell you I had so many suspects, I thought it would be Naomi, I thought it would be Max. I even thought, like, you know how they go to that little motel where Andy, I guess, met up with obviously the teacher guy who's Naomi's dad. I forgot his name, but I could probably look for it in the book. But I even thought it was like the grandma, you know, the little grandma that works there. I even thought that maybe it was her grandson. I'm not even gonna lie, because he was like, you need to leave now. And I was like, you're suspicious. Or even the drug dealer. I even thought about the drug dealer too. I was like, he's suspicious too. Like, everyone, like, not the Sylvia's brother, like Daniel De Sylvia, I think his name. I was like suspicious. I was like, everyone is giving very much suspicious. Anyways, so I wasn't really expecting for it to be Kara and Naomi's dad. I was not expecting that at all, to be honest. I was kind of like, what? Like, you weren't even one of the possible, like, I even thought about Andy's dad, which we'll get into that when we talk about the third book, because which technically, when you think about it, it technically was him who ended up kind of killing. Let's just talk about the first book. So I knew as soon as Pip and Robbie started like talking and stuff, like, I was like, y'all are gonna get together, because y'all right now are just low-key flirting. Like, y'all are just playing around flirting. I'm like, and like, Pip is putting her investigation to work, bro. Like, she ain't playing no games, bro. This girl, there's so many things in the first book that I was like, girl, you're gonna end up getting murdered. Like, what are you doing? Like, she just went into the drug dealer's house and was like, if you don't spill the tea that you have, I must put your ass in jail. And I was just like, girl, what? Like, he could just kill you right now, honestly. And I'm just like, girl, maybe you should like rethink. I don't know. She basically has guts. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm like, what the heck? Anyways, the second book. The fact that in the first book, I didn't even pay that much attention to Stanley. He was just like a rude person. And yeah, and then the fact that in the second book, like, he is the son of a killer, and like, he helped his dad murder all these little kids and stuff. Like, I was shocked. But then, like, he's trying to make himself better, and like, he got this fake name that the cops have given him and all this stuff. I was not expecting that. Like, it really unraveled another perspective. But I did find it strange that he never reacted to when people called him Stanley. Like, no one, like, he never was like, oh yes. Like, he would always kind of like act like he didn't hear them. And I'm like, how did you not hear them call your name just now? So I always found that kind of strange, but I was like, whatever. Yeah, I feel so bad for Pip in this book, because I feel like I get it in the first book why the cops didn't believe her, because, like, again, like, she's just a kid. It's, you know. But in the second book, like, you still not gonna believe her after she was right about everything in the first book. Like, you still not gonna... That irked me, right? Because now Homegirl has to do everything on her own. And, like, Homegirl went through a lot in this book. Like, y'all know. She went through a lot. And, yeah, I mean, the book is great. That's all I gotta say. Now into the third book, y'all. There's so many things about this third book that I'm just like, why? But it's still good nonetheless. But I'm just like, why? The first thing that has me like, you know, is the fact that the little brother in the book is like, oh, so like our stalker, or like the person that be watching our house. And no, and I saw someone talk about this on TikTok, and they were like, no one cared what he had to say. Like, no one was like, and like, I get it, kids say weird stuff all the time and whatever, but like, even when you were like realizing that there is someone stalking your house, you never thought of like, oh shoot, my brother might know who it is. I still, bro, it's never talked about in the third book, but I'm pretty sure that little kid knew everything, because his mom was like, he has eyes and ears all around this house. And I'm just like, and the fact that he was like, oh, so like the guy that be watching our house, I still, bro, he knew what was up. I know he knew what was up. Ain't no doubt about it. But anyways, another thing that made me mad in this book was the fact, again, freaking, what's his name? Freaking, let me see what his name is. Hawkins, right? Hawkins still doesn't care. Still was like, you don't have enough cause. Like, are you sure you have a stalker? Like, sir, she's been right 2 times now, right? She's been, the cases that you can't figure out, like, she's figured it out in a freaking, like, let's say a week. And you're still over here like, are you sure? Like, that just irked me, honestly, because like at this point you would be like, oh, okay, like she's gonna believe her. Like, even me, when she was going to the cops, I was like, oh, they're gonna believe her. Like, she's, you know, she's figured it out 2 times, she's been right 2 times, like, I'm sure he's gonna care. No, he's like, you don't have enough like proof. And I'm like, and then he's like, well, you put yourself out there, you have a podcast, like, obviously you're gonna have people that are not big fans of you. And I'm like, what the and you're just gonna, alright, like, alright. And then I feel like the only thing that he was right about is that I feel like he was suspicious about Pip, because obviously if you read the book, you know that she killed Andy's dad. I forgot his name. Don Bell. I don't even know. I forget people's names, right? But it's basically, he's the DT killer. He's basically the one that's stalking her and whatnot. And yeah, and I feel like he knew, because he was like, you know what's the funny, I forgot what he said. I'm just basically kind of repeating with what I kind of remember. But he was like, you know what's the funny thing is, that if you were the one that killed Don Bell, whatever his name was, basically the dad of Andy, he was like, you probably would get away with it. And bro, I feel like he knew, but like he didn't have proof. He didn't have proof that it was her, so he couldn't do shit about it. And I love that. Good job. I don't know. Like, I feel like any other book, I would have been like, damn. Like, but she did kill a murderer. Like, he killed so many young girls for like no reason. But like any other book, I probably would have been like, damn. But at the same time, he kind of deserved it. I don't know. It's kind of one of those situations. Another thing that kind of like irked me, and I was like, why are you getting nervous? Is that when she went in for an interview with the cop, Hawkins or whatever, and he pulled out her headphones. I was like, well, why does he have your headphones if you haven't talked to him in like so long, right? And to me, I don't know why she got nervous. Like, she started freaking out, she started getting nervous, all this stuff. And then Robbie had to go and freaking be like, oh, it was me, like I was at his house, like the why are you freaking out? I would have been like, I didn't even know they were missing. I thought my little brother had them. Like, I don't know. Because in the book, she even says, like, oh, I thought my little brother had them. Because she's been missing those headphones. But again, she thinks her little brother has them because he always takes her stuff. So that's what I would have said. I would have been like, oh, well, I didn't even know they were missing. I thought my little brother had it. that's very weird. Like, how they even get them? Like, you know? And then it would have fit perfectly with the whole DT killer thing and the fact that she had a stalker. So, like, he would have probably figured it out later on that, like, oh, he probably just snuck into her house, took the headphones, and she didn't even realize, you know? But, whatever. Not a big deal. You know, it still worked out anyways at the end. The ending, bro, what's up with the ending? The ending, the fact that, like, it ends with, hey, Sarge, remember me? And I'm just like, y'all go. And then her side's like, dot, dot, dot. That, it made me happy, but at the same time, it made me, like, so curious. And that's why I say, like, in my last video, I said that, like, they could do so many more seasons with that. Because, like, what happens now? Like, do they get back together? Is there, like, does she not answer him? Like, is it just like dot dot dot, like she was typing but then she like stops typing? Like, what happens? Is there gonna be more crime things happening? Is she gonna finally live happily ever after? Like, I have so many questions. Also, something that made me very sad, and I loved how, like, you know, the author put everything together and did a great amazing job, was the fact of that email that Andy was about to send out, but then she never sent it out, and she just left it in her drafts, and she wrote it down, whatever, and then Pip goes through her emails and sees it, right? And it's just the fact that she was like, I'm doing all this stuff just to try to get out of this town, and like all this stuff, and then you finally, like, you realize that Andy is not a bad person. She's just trying to leave town. She's trying to do as much, everything possible to leave town, to leave from her father that, you know, she knows he's a killer. And to me, that was so heartbreaking and so sad because, you know, in the first book, you just think like, oh, she's not the greatest person. She had a lot of secrets. She was a bad sister, like all this stuff. And then you realize, like, the only reason why she was doing all of this is just to, like, do a better life for herself and for her sister. And it's just so sad. And then what really got me was when Pip obviously got kidnapped by the DT killer, and basically she tells him, because he tells her, oh, I killed your dog. And so she was pissed off, and she was like, you know what, you killed your dog. And bro, the fact that this man did not give a shit. He was like, okay, she should have done better with her life or some shit. I don't know, I forgot what he said, but he was just like, he gave no fucks. Like, people here thought she was gonna break his heart, freaking be like destroyed. Now he was like, I don't give a fuck. And I was just like, and that's all he is. Yeah, and the way she put it too, bro. Pip did bro. She had that one waiting. She had that one like, it's coming out now, sir. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, she did a lot. Bro, when she killed him and she thought about that whole entire plan out, I was like, girl, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. But, I mean, I get it. She didn't think the cops would believe her if she just came and told them, hey, like, it was self-defense. I don't know. But she did a lot. Robbie did a lot, too. But, and I can't wait to see the show, and I can't wait to see, like these episodes. Like, I want to see how that goes, you know? But yeah, I also love, like, how all her friends, like, also, I thought Max was her stalker. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, Max is probably stalking her. Because the fact that, like, he would go out for a run every time she was out for a run, I was like, sir, you want to fight. Yeah. Also, I don't get, like, all the stuff that she had to prove that he was guilty. I didn't get how he didn't go to jail. Like, how did he not, like, sir, just, it's because he's got money. I swear it's because he got money. Because how did he just, like, finesse? Also, because when I was reading the first book, hold on, let me go back to the first book. When I was reading the first book, it was really giving 13 Reasons Why when everyone's truths were coming out. Like, all their little secrets and stuff that they had was coming out. I was like, it's, like, everyone's little secrets. Mac's secrets, Naomi's secrets, freaking, I don't think Kara has secrets. Because, I mean, that was her best friend. So I don't think there was secrets between them. But, like, just everyone else had, like, a secret just coming out. Like, and I'm just like, what in the, like, what? this is kind of giving all Andy's secrets, like her being like a dealer and like having all these different like phones and all this stuff is coming out, bro. And I'm just over here like, it's really giving 13 Reasons Why. And then tell me why the third book, right? The third book comes and freaking Max has to go to trial. And then you see Max freaking, and he has money, right? He has money like freaking, what's his name? Like freaking the guy from 13 Reasons Why. And he had the same glasses on and everything. I was like, in trial. I was like, trying to make himself look like a decent guy and all this stuff. And I'm like, it's really giving 13 Reasons Why at this point. Like, I'm sorry. But anyways, so I forgot what his name was. I'm gonna just look it up and I'm gonna put it right here of who the guy I'm talking about so y'all know. Anyways, so yeah, I was like, and he gets away with it, like how that one guy in 13 Reasons Why he gets away with it. And I'm like, can someone have done this in 13 Reasons Why? I mean, they might have. I stopped watching it, but shoot. I mean, anyways, what was another thing that was to talk about the book? And then I forgot. Oh, but yeah, I love how all her friends basically backed her up, because you can't tell me after everything that went down, they don't know about, like, oh, because she was like, no, we can't talk about it, and I'm not gonna tell you, like, what I did, but I just need y'all to be like my witnesses and like be with me and hang out with me and like that, right? And then the freaking next day it comes out that like so and so is dead. You can't tell me that they were suspicious that Pip was the killer. You cannot tell me. And the fact that they're pinning it on Max, bro. Everyone just ganged up on Max, which respectfully I get it, because you know but that was kind of funny how everyone just like ganged up on him and was like, you know what, this is what you're getting. And then it's just funny because he thanks Pip and he's like, this is not because of you. And then she was like, I hope you're right. Bro, there was so much drama and it was so good. Like, it was good drama. I'm not even gonna lie. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I'm gonna talk about the book. Put your opinions down. If I forgot about something, because I read this like a couple months ago, is when I finished reading it. So yeah, like the end of last year is when I finished reading these. So I might have forgotten some things. These were just like some things that I still have like in my head, and I'm still like, mostly just the little brother to me. No, I just remember another one. I'll get in this video, but now I remember another one. I gotta put it in here. The fact that she tells her mom like, there's dead pigeons in our driveway, and the mom is just like, oh, it's probably a cat. And then she tells her mom about the little stick figures, and the mom is just like, it's fine. Woman, you know what this little town has stored. How are you just nonchalant about this? Like, how are y'all not caring? And then the dad, like when the music starts playing, like the rock music, I think it was, started playing in the middle of the freaking night, and the dad's just like mad at the daughter and is like, why are you playing such loud music? And the daughter's like, I was not the one playing the music. Like, how is no one like, this is happening, now this is happening? It's kind of suspicious. Kind of like suspicious. And talk about the town that we live in, you know, could be possible. Like, someone's, no, everyone's just like, it's fine, it's probably a cat. Oh no, it's fine, it's probably just something with the tires. And I'm just like, y'all not concerned. This is why Pip has to do everything by herself. Yeah, this girl has to do everything by herself. Well, I mean, she has her man, so I guess her man does help her. But like, bro, she has to do everything by herself. Her parents are just like, and then the parents are like, you need to tell us when something is happening. And then she does, and they're just like, like, not. I'm like, what in the world? What in the world? And I'm just like, bro. And then, you know how, like, the DT killer was, like, sending her messages and emails and stuff, being like, oh, who would look for you when you're dead, or who would look for you when, like, you're gone, or some shit like that, right? And in my head, I was like, that's gonna be Kara, Robbie, and then, like, I don't even know, because the parents honestly can't, no. And Hawkins, we're not even gonna talk about him, because, like, he probably wouldn't even figure it out. And he's so funny, because he's trying to figure out if it was Pip who killed it, and he can't figure it out, bro. And I know he's suspicious about it, but he can't do shit about it, because there's no proof leading to her. Love that for her. Anyways, so yeah, that's it for this video. yeah, I hope you guys like this book talk. If you like more videos like this, then let me know, because I can obviously do one about the summer turned pretty, or about the vampire book that I said last video, and or other books that I'm reading right now and I can talk about it. And obviously these are spoilers, so honestly these are more videos for people that have read the books. But yeah, and also comment down below like things about the book that you were just like, oh my god, and we can talk about it. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time in a video, and bye guys.